Hello from wherever you're watching, and welcome to Bima 101. My name is Faustin, and today we'll be discussing the education policies. Now, I have been privileged to have discussions with a lot of people in different areas of the economy, doing different types of things. And whenever we are discussing education policies, there are some things that always come up. Yeah, most of you rather always argue, isn't it perhaps better to save in maybe a bank account where my money is easily accessible and I'm actually earning some money? Or is it perhaps even better to save in a sacco where I can actually get three times the amount of money that I have contributed? There are also the case of what you call the money market, buying into or investing into the money market where you can get some very good returns and your money is relatively available to you. Yeah, or isn't it even perhaps better to take up a loan, buy some land, and construct a house, which you can pay off um, within the maybe 12 years that you are to take up a policy? So these are all things that we have discussed extensively with a lot of people that I have met um, to try and encourage to take up education policies. And there is something that perhaps is better to actually understand in order to get the argument or in order to actually make the right choice. I'm not saying that a bank account is bad or saving in a circle is actually bad. No, they have actually helped a lot of people start businesses and go on to do some very amazing things. There are a lot of circles out there that are doing great things. Um, about the money market, there are also some money markets, some companies offering money markets, including insurance companies that are doing very well. Yes, they have some very good returns. And actually, the argument about the money being easily available for you in case of an emergency is actually legitimate. With buying land, we can all agree that is also a very good investment. Yeah, but you need to perhaps first of all understand what exactly is an education policy and what type of service it's actually meant to offer. Now, an education policy is a type of insurance policy known as an endowment assurance. Now, these types of insurance policies are offered for a certain term, yeah, for a certain amount of time. So you can find, like, for example, an insurance policy running for 12 years, or for example, 14, 16, or even up to 20 years. Yeah. So what happens once you start or you get into such a policy, you will pay your premiums for the entire term, for example, for the 12 years. And after the 12 years, the policy will mature and you will be paid the sum assured that you agreed upon. Yeah? If it was 2 million, it will be paid at maturity. Endowment assurance policies also offer something else. See, in case something happened to you before the end of the term, for example, on the fourth year after you taking up an insurance policy, you happen to pass on, maybe it was an accident. Yeah, these types of insurance policies will pay the sum assured, yeah, on death. So they pay on death and also at maturity. And that offers something quite unique. Yeah, right there. That is what we call offering protection. It offers you the peace of mind that in case anything happened to me, for example, that child that you have will have enough money when they reach a certain age to pursue their educational goals. For example, the money will be enough to pay for their secondary, and the money will also be enough to pay for their universities. And nowadays, we're seeing parents eager to really encourage their kids to do some unique things. Maybe whatever your child needs to do isn't being offered in the country. It's enough money that you had actually saved up. You could perhaps afford to take your child to places like Australia for schooling, the US, or anywhere else that you might want to, right? So that is one of the advantages of taking up an education policy. It will offer you protection and also allow you to save for your child's education. Now, if you go back to what we were discussing earlier, yeah, what I was telling you about so many prospects that I've met and what they always tell me. Investing in a bank account will definitely give you some returns. Your money will also be easily available to you. But what a bank account will not offer is protection, right? It will give you an opportunity to save, but it won't offer you the protection that an education policy can offer you. Think, for example, if anything happens to you on the fourth year, you have been saving 7,000 in a someone has been saving 7,000 in an education policy, and you are saving 7,000 in a bank account. So you go for 4 years, and unfortunately, at the same time, you happen to pass on it was an accident. Yeah. So both of you, one person was investing in an education policy, and the other one was actually investing in or putting their money in a bank account. So on the fourth year, you happen to pass on. This person, the person investing in a bank account, will get seven. Their family rather, their beneficiaries will get 7 times 12. Yeah, that's about 84,000 times the 4 years. So that would be about 344,000, around 344. Well, the other person who took up an education policy will get the sum assured. Yeah, it could have been maybe 2 million or 3 million. They will get the full sum assured. So that is what I'm talking about when I say that an education policy offers you protection that a bank account cannot. Yeah, right. And the same applies to a sacco. Yeah. The sacco will offer you some good returns and opportunities to take up loans, but an education policy won't. Yeah. But an education policy will not offer you loans. It will offer you protection. The same also happens to a money market. Yeah. Your beneficiaries will receive what you had invested up to that point, plus any interest that could have been earned, but they won't earn any more. Yeah, you will have lost a lot of. They will have lost a lot of earnings that you could have made along the way. So with land, that's actually a very different case because think about it. You maybe had the option to take up an insurance policy for 12 years and you would have received 3 million shillings, but you decided, no, let me take a loan of the same amount right now to be paying off the interest within the 12 years. Yeah, I take up a loan of 3 million Kenya shillings. I go buy land somewhere, maybe in Pambulu, and construct a house. Yeah, in case anything happens to you on or before the maturity or before you actually finish paying off that loan, your family will have quite a problem because unless there's another member of the family who is actually earning and can afford to take up the responsibility to pay off that loan, they stand to lose the house and also the land. So an education policy will protect you in a big way against any eventuality that might arise. And that is what education policies are really all about, protection. Even though some companies will try to soup up their education policies to offer different things. For example, there are insurance companies that offer critical illness covers. Other insurance companies try to make sure that the education policies offer good returns in order to compete with maybe the money market or investing in a bank or also investing in a circle. Yeah. So you will find that insurance education policy will be offered in different ways by different insurance providers. But all in all, they all have the same purpose. They offer protection to you. So one of the things that I would encourage you is when you're taking up an insurance policy, um, try and shop around the different companies to find an insurance policy that works for you. You can maybe speak to your agent. They might give you an idea of some of the companies that offer some of the best or some of the companies that will offer the most benefits for education policies, but there are certainly many types and many companies offering education policies. But I want you to think of an education policy in this manner. You have the option to take up to save money in a bank, which is a very good idea. I told you a bank account is a very good idea. Saving in a bank account, it will definitely give you something. The money is actually more accessible. Saving up in a sacco as well is not a bad unit. The money you could use the loan to actually start a business and grow yourself. You could also invest in land, which is not bad. You could have a house and um, kind of forgo paying rent. You have your own compound, another benefit that owning a home could provide to you. So all these are good options that I would really encourage. What you need to do not invest in one type of um, investment, like putting your all your eggs in one basket. Essentially, don't do that. You could perhaps take up a loan, build a home, but also um, take up an education policy or take up a life policy to protect you in case anything happens. Yeah, if you're investing in a circle, they are very valid, but you should also take up a life policy or an education policy in case anything happens to you to at least protect those closest to you. And it's mostly your wife and kids, yeah, so your family. Um, I think with that, you have all that you need to know about an education policy. If you have an opinion or a question or a suggestion, then you can leave it on the comment section. If you need to get in touch with me, you can find me on Facebook, Bima101, or Instagram, Bima101 Kenya, or on TikTok, Bima101, or you can actually get in touch with me through the number on your screen. And before you actually leave, please remember to like and also subscribe in order to help the channel grow. Now, until next time, have a good one.